So I put out a poll where I expressed my desire to cover an indie game for game review. I had three options, and the one with the most votes and perhaps the most interesting part about this poll is that everyone voted for the same option, Lily's Well. Lily's Well was a game I found out about during my indie craze that I started with Paper Lily. What attracted me into playing this game was not the fact that the game was free, but rather its art style. Lily's Well is a horror game that is pretty darn scary at times. Besides that, I guess it counts as an adventure game. I mean, that's what Steam says. The way the elements of exploration, narrative, and tension are blended together is masterfully done. You play as Lily, a young girl who ventures out at night to save the mysterious voice from the bottom of the well. To do so, you need a rope to climb down. And where do you acquire said rope? Well, for starters, this rope is not an actual rope, but rather movable items that form a rope. There's many items in this game that can be used as, rope. However, there are a bunch of items that are bad rope material. So you need only the good rope material if you want to progress and get every ending. You can turn bad rope material into good rope material by using some tools like the ball of yarn, which can be turned into a knitted rope by using your knitting tools that you can find under the couch. Why are they under the couch? Lily, you gotta be more careful with your stuff, girl. One complaint I have is that it's not really clear which items you can get. Like this chain from the bridge, for example. I didn't know I could interact with it during my first playthrough. Well, I did find out about it eventually, but it's not really obvious. The focus on exploration is pretty cool. The map that you do explore is pretty small, so you're not gonna be spending too much time scouring for items. This game encourages the player to be curious, which is pretty ironic in hindsight. More on this later. You're rewarded with hidden lore that may or may not blow your mind and start questioning the very existence of the character that you play as. And depending on your actions, some endings may have one or two details added, like, for example, you can read about a certain type of plant. If one of those endings involves that certain type of plant, the game will be like, wait a minute, didn't you read about this? Which adds to the horror aspect in a way. The horror in Lily's Well relies on its NES style of graphics as well as its pixel art. It's subtle in some aspects and straight into your face in other alternative endings. I played this game like twice and I still got jump scared by that fucking creature that jumps at you from the woods. I didn't even feed him in the first place. Man, you wanna give me a heart attack or what? The art style is pretty cute. The top-down perspective gameplay works for what it's going for, and I kinda like that this game looks like an NES game. I don't know what to say. Also, the pixel art is very cute. Yeah, I really love pixel art in video games. It's so cool and it reminds me of rubber hose animation. So to see games use pixel art for animation is honestly impressive to me, which is why I love FNAF Into the Pit in terms of art style. And the same goes for Lily's Well. Some of the designs are so freaking, and Lily's injuries are also very brutal. They are well made, but god, this makes me sad. The atmosphere is also top notch. The pixel art just conveys a sense of unease. The muted color palette and haunting soundtrack amplify the isolation of the setting, a house surrounded by woods with a well near the house. The replayability is also pretty strong. This game has multiple endings, and to get the good ending, you need to get every other ending. Yes, they're described as dead ends, but they're still endings. And every ending gives you one number out of many from this phone number, which you'll have to remember or write it somewhere. You need that for a good ending. This game is also very short. If you know what you're doing, then it won't take you more than an hour, but on a first playthrough, it might take you like 2 hours, and if you want to get every achievement like I did, then like 3 hours. That's how long it took me. That's not to say that I think the short length of this game is bad, because it works for this game and the way it's designed. Lily's Well is also very accessible in the form of simple enough mechanics that everyone can pick up on. I mentioned earlier how ironic is that the game encourages your curiosity to explore the map, because the whole premise of this story is curiosity. The only reason Lily is doing any of this is because she wants to help people and also curious of what is in the well, since there was a voice in there that called her name. I also mentioned a good ending, so you got all the numbers for a phone number by getting all 10 endings. All you have to do is use the phone and insert the phone number. The person who you call is actually the original version of Lily, and that the Lily we play as is not the same one. Ending 10 explains this twist in more detail. This is kinda terrifying. Generation iteration development is kinda spooky. Also, if you couldn't tell by now, our dad is the most amazing parent you can ever imagine. And also, not an actual person. Anyways, you meet the original Lily. You pack your stuff, set your house and the lab ablaze, and we enjoy some pancakes. Congrats, we broke the cycle. And Lily gets her happy ending, or whatever version she is. This is quite possibly the most satisfying thing to see after we witness those brutal death scenes. Lily's Well is a scary and memorable indie horror game that features the most satisfying ending for this game. While its short length and minimalist mechanics might not cater to all people, those people are wrong. This game is a must-play for horror and indie fans. I had my fun with it and I can't wait to review other indie games in the future. Have a great day.